Did you find something? You have that look again. Well, that's a start. I found some unusual stains. I don't think they're blood, but they are rather odorous. So it is. But what would that be doing here?
Wahaki fighters smear themselves with that stuff. Shrieking mad, all of them. If we sail to Oriokoiki, best be prepared.
I've heard they're aggressively isolationist. As for what that has to do with the leaden key... At least we know where to look next. Though if this becomes anything like our encounter in the Defiance Bay catacombs... Well, I hope we get our answers before the bloodbath.
Lavkuni Makie.
Normally I'm all for empty pleasantries, but perhaps this isn't the time.
Lapili Kiko? Lakaris? Kezila Stahun? She is Iki Hakus? Keket segu kisa reka. Reka, ta? Ta! Ke lakteka tu tetateghun. Te ekiwa kekek te taye te tataki mashan. Ke lashtatia tajlo. Ke lashtatia tajlo? Ta, Yuki, Ketagi, Lashta-sama.
You keep turning up like a chipped Izada.
Something keeps drawing me back to Oriokoiki, I say.
Don't let Awata hear you say that. You went into the jungle for animal hides, I say, and found yourself in an empty clearing. Akira, the clearing was empty, I say. You asked no questions. You turned around and retraced your steps back to your ship, where it was safe. Not if you cannot listen. If you came to blunt my teeth with chatter, try to keep it short. What say? You came all this way, not knowing what you would find? You stand before the den of the Wahaki, our fortress, our sanctuary, our temple. And outsiders are unwelcome. You have an audience with me. Ruasare doesn't waste time on outsider vagrants. Deeper? Deeper how? There are many eyes on you, outsider. Use your time in Oriokoiki wisely. Ruasare will be expecting you inside. Seeing as you've earned your way up from nuisance to guest, Find me if you feel like trading.
Maybe the spear's a gift for us?
Silence. The outsider must leave. Oreo Koiki will not be parceled off and bought with foreign lies. Only the handsome fish can stay.
Ruasari would never let that happen. Where is your confidence in our Ranga?
You are the problem. We do not track dirt in our home.
We are no better than the outsiders if our Mataru act like inhospitable savages. Where is the courtesy and welcome of the Wahaki?
If you have such love for outsiders, let this one speak for himself.
I will? I mean, Akira, I will.
If the outsider turns on us, I say I will drag you through Tangaloa's maw with me. For all our sakes, may I be proven wrong.
On behalf of those who remember our manners, welcome to Oreo Koiki. Akira, I say circumstances have made us rough around the edges. Outsiders come with cannons, nets, torches. They do not come to talk. We safeguard any land that the trading companies have not stolen out from under Anakaza's throne. The islands will fall if the tribes do not recall our past and Ngati's covenant. Ngati bade her followers to protect the islands, the tribes, and the luminous Adra. For this, she gave us the power to shape her domain. If we fail in our charges, the birthright of the Huana disappears. The Wahaki remember this. The Kahanga, they forget.
Some of us remember. What we choose to do with the memory is ours to decide.
We lost much of ourselves when cataclysm scoured the Deadfire. Somewhere among the islands, there's a place where we... Akira, my apologies, but I should say no more. Ask. I am pleased to be making a new friend. She is our Ranga, and the strength of our tribe. I have never seen her without a mouthful of koiki. Even in battle, she wears a bandolier of fruit. A spirited, passionate, and very hungry woman is my Rusare.
Akira, I doubt he even knows the meaning of the word.
I'm familiar with the foreign obsession with vows. When it strikes Rusare's fancy that we should sleep under one roof, we do so vigorously. Some think I influence her judgment, but they have the wrong of it. My back is too fragile for the weight of authority, I say.
Her face paint. You don't suppose...
I am the Ranga of this tribe, and will not hesitate to send your soul through Tangaloa's maw if you threaten my people. The chosen of Ngati is a welcome sight, I say.
Akira, my thanks to you, dear Ranga, though I bring you no omens this day.
You have the gift of our hospitality during this audience. Do not abuse it.
But will our hospitality be returned?
Takehu, I say we have troubles enough without my people fighting over you.
Akira, just so. I will keep my hands to myself this time.
Outsiders do not come to Oreo Koiki unless they want something. Akira, a good reason. You are knowing that the purchase of foreign slaves is allowed in the Deadfire? Trading in Huana is a crime that even Onekaza could not ignore. To buy and sell kith is the work of monsters. These slavers hunt the waters around Oreo Kuiki. Like cowards, they shy away from the deeper jungle. They steal my people from their fishing boats and sell them like pigs at auction. Where is Onekaza to stop them? Someone must teach them the meaning of Wahaki vengeance, I say. Need? No. Want? Yes. My people risk themselves enough. For someone to earn my favor, they must put the tribe first. They must risk everything for the Wahaki. This is a poor beginning, but I cannot compel you to action. Our enterprising foes clump together in a small fortress on the tip of Crooksper Island, northwest of Nekataka. My love, Aparo, lost his sister to these creatures. Akira, more of us will vanish if we do not cut out the heart of Crooksper. Tangara, call off the warriors. I grant our guest the freedom of the jungle. Even though he does not commit to helping us, Aranga always has hope.
As you say, Ranga.
If you would come and go on Oreo Kuiki, prove yourself a friend of the Wahaki. Do not speak the name of those who felled mighty Ukaizo. Their spirits are unwelcome. We do not hide. We are protecting a way of life that others would trample under their boots. The trading companies would strip the land that the gods gifted us and unmake the works of our ancestors. There is much to protect in the Deadfire. Too much for any single tribe. I know only that they clang and clash like foreign names.
Your Excellency, I come to warn your people. Your presence among these ruins is an affront to the gods. You must remove yourself, lest you face the gods' wrath. The timeline of the gods is not for mortals to understand. But even their patience shall wear thin, especially after this warning. Your people cling tightly to their history. But where are these designs among your arts? Where is the carved Adra in your wooden huts? These places were not built by the Huana, but by an ancient people from a distant land. I have seen your murals, and I know that you will recognize this. It was my people who built these places, and now I come before you bearing their warning.
Why do you stare so? The Wahaki show outsiders that we know their deceitful face. My ancestor knew this face well. She recalled its every hateful curve to the Wahaki histories. We wear the bone-white grimace of our enemies and take power from it. Akira, outsiders know better than to draw close to Wahaki lands. We leave the symbol of the War Club as we have for generations. A warning, I say. A reminder.
That war club looks like a much older version of the leaden key insignia.
One which goes unheeded.
I know that look. That's like what he told the Glanfathans. I'll bet he didn't expect they'd kill him for it. Would have loved to see the look on his face. Then the Wahaki are the painted masks. They've been serving the Leaden Key's interests for 2,000 years without even knowing it. Though not, it seems, in the way Theos intended.
Now that's just wrong.
Belief is a curious thing. Once, the Wahaki believed they were guarding themselves against the Ingwithians, Theos' people. Yet over time, they became hostile toward all outsiders. Or who they'll be. It's not just that the Wahaki misread Theos' original message. It fundamentally changed them. They went from being a large and well-connected tribe to a much smaller one defined by isolationism. You see all the ninnying I suffer from this lad? Right sure 'tis ratting all around in his noggin. You know me too well. I've been chasing the Leaden Key, trying to undo the harm they've caused. But what if I'm only making matters worse? Might I be to blame? Have I made a grievous mistake in getting involved? And I should stand by and simply allow it to happen? But perhaps you're right. After all, how did I think I could overcome 2,000 years of work in a single lifetime? It seems I've been as misguided as Theos ever was. Well, knowing the gods came from Kith, it's easy to see how the world became such a complicated place. We're always trying to impose our own order of vision upon it. Perhaps it would be better off if we stopped altogether. It's not as though that's up to you or me, is it? Anyway, thank you. This has lifted a great burden from my shoulders.
Outsider. Unlike Barapo, I do not use this as a term of offense, I say. We do not see many visitors on Oreo Koiki. Those who come, seldom leave. They come asking our Ranga to show her belly in surrender. Instead, she shows them their guts at the end of a spear. How he fills our home with the stink of his burnt offerings. A rational mystic burns incense or candles, but Burapo burns koiki, rotten meat, and bundles of hair. Nothing is spared his flame if it appeases the gods. A valuable lesson about animancy, I say. There is quality and there is cheap, but never both. The rust bucket does not follow my instructions and ignores my command words. I am appreciating the offer, but it is better if I learn how to operate my degraded friend. I would be a poor host if the ironclad thing decided to remove your skin. Akira, I can see that well enough from here. Here, the command words. They do me little good.
I would pray louder if it kept outsiders away from Oreo Kawiki. I say Ruasare would not like it if I denied you hospitality. Poorly. He ventures away from our islands and invites the wrath of the gods, I say. May Ngati devour that outsider construct he dragged back with him. The tribe balances on the edge of ruin, and my burnt offerings appease those who watch over us. Godlessness raised the green man, and the gods will put him back down, I say.
You think Gon's gonna set the final harvest upon us because of Kith's godlessness? Maybe. But ain't no god's gonna stop him.
Akira, this is why Outlanders do not speak the will of the gods for the tribe.
Oh, I'd say that statue has more than its share of God in it.
For what does your crew of misfits address me?
The handsome fish leaps into my net once again, I say.
Wata, how is my little Koiki?
Rotten, pugnant. All the reasons you didn't fight when I gave you back to the sea.
Akira, we were. Briefly and purposefully.
I did not think you'd swim back, fish.
I am here on business.
Not pleasure? Tell me what they have done with the true Takehu.
You are a delight as ever, I say. Keep the tribe safe, Owata.
It is what I do. You keep swimming, Takehu. It is what you do.
Are you there? Psst, Lovesome. Chance a gander this way. Thought that might catch your attention. Now then, you must call me Seafoal. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, gent. Have a look-see. You won't find a grander market for your labour needs than Crooksburg, nor finer illusion wares than mine. Lockpicks, noisemakers, chisels and crowbars, maps, compasses, hardtack, spyglasses, potions of invisibility. You know, your typical basic expected survivalist gear. For the more courageous traveller. Now, if I were a wagering woman, I'd say Aldi sent you to help me outfit just such travellers. Aye? During my station here, I've spied signs of illegal activity. Enslaving people of the Deadfire is illegal. It's the selling of slaves from elsewhere that isn't. If we could free the natives who've been detained before they're carted outside of the Deadfire, the illegal trade would be exposed, weakening the entire trade. Should you feel so inclined to help, know that my captain would personally see you compensated. Aldis won't abide these slavers to persist, not on her seas. We may not see eye to eye with some of the old bloods in the Principe. We're too rowdy for their refined palates, but we value freedom and loyalty above all. Any slaves you free are welcome to sail with us. You'll find the natives, the illegal stock, deep within the fortress, kept from sight. There's routes to the inside, but most stand heavily guarded. You may have better luck sneaking in through the sea caverns dotting the shore. One of them leads into the fortress. I've got a skiff ready for the slaves you send out. We'll make fast for Deadlight. After that, who but Andra knows? Maybe I'll see you around Dunwich.
You there, stranger! Help us! We are not fit to be here. Come closer. That's it. Just a step more, little bird. Highly above! Damn it, wait! Thank Andra's sweet tides. Forgive me, stranger, but you must help us. If you could, I mean. Who are you? A buyer, maybe? But down here? I haven't seen you before, so you don't work for the slavers. You've made it this far and haven't been skewered by an ogre. Yet. Perhaps you can free us. Me and the others are keeping tabs on their patrols. I know their schedules, and their weaknesses. We can handle ourselves if you can get us out of this cell. Weapons? The slavers have plenty, ripe for the taking. We will swiftly kill the closest guards and arm ourselves. I will personally take the Taskmaster's anchor and use it to rip out his entrails. Open the cell and witness the Wahaki's best warriors in action. The big dumb one, the Taskmaster. He stomps around near the stairs that will take us to the fort's upper floor. Ready to skin some slavers? I know I'm ready for revenge. I would rather die than risk awakening again in chains. There's wisdom in your words. If we are not to fight, then we must retreat. But we can't just walk out the way we were dragged in. Then that is the way we will go. The Mother Ocean will lead us safely home. Always. May Andra protect you as well.
Shh. We're not supposed to talk with anyone. Who are you? An escaped slave? I don't want to get in trouble. You're sure? What if it dead ends, or there's spiders, or we have to swim for it? I'm not a good swimmer. I sure hope you're not lying. Thank you, kind stranger.
And then you... I don't know how or why you killed them, but I do thank you. Truly? You mean it? I can never thank you enough for such kindness. Gods, where should I go? I've nothing to my name but these clothes, and my freedom. Thank you for the kindness, my lord.
Again you interrupt my plans, and again I am forced to compensate. One such offense was inexcusable. Your very presence, an abomination. Few things delight me more than slamming the prophet door on the usher's hand. Whatever beginner's luck won you the day at Cragholt has expired. Fate brought us here to correct its error.
Rather cocky for a man with no skin.
Then I'll borrow some of yours. Describe a spell that shrinks ears. If the Circle sent you to interrupt my research, I'll fashion a scarecrow of your remains to deter their next hapless victim. I'm sure that pig-headed Commander Bailerin is having a chuckle over the irony from whichever spoke of the great wheel he calls home. The Bannermen are loyal to a full purse, and my investments have paid off over several lifetimes. I had planned on taking vengeance by leveling your castle, but that sea-striding Ardra buffoon stole the opportunity out from under me. From there, it was the trivial work of clawing my way from my resting place to a dock. Then I arrived in the Deadfire as any simpleton would, by boat. All a matter of perspective. The same thing, perhaps. But the Circle wants only knowledge. I desire the power it represents. They are fools, to delude themselves into thinking they want otherwise. That arcane upstart Bekana might not have been as unhinged as we once assumed. The Circle discounted her theories about a deep well of power in the Deadfire. All that changed when I felt its pulse. Your presence tells me that the Circle has felt it too. How astute. Now, if you're finished dissecting my academic setbacks, I am a rather busy lick.
You look like you could use some fresh air. If I don't survive our adventures, promise me you'll burn all my books.